All right, howdy there. Ricky here. I'm going to try my very best to show you how I go about taking a song from multi-tracks, preparing it for our sessions, importing it into our session, and then building a weekend set list. I'm going to try to cover all of that in this video. Hopefully it's not too long, but here we go. Starting out on multitracks.com, this weekend we're doing the song Bulletproof. I'm going to organize the tracks that we're going to use for that. So I've already logged into my account. I'll give you the login information. But we're going to search here in the top right for Bulletproof. And it comes up with Citizen Way. That's what we want. I think we've already bought this. Yeah. So this screen will tell you all the information that you might need to know about the song. The original key is A, beats per minute, 115 and 4/4. Here's all the tracks that it has. I'm just going to download this. We're going to do it in the original key of A. So when I click on download, it's going to ask me what key we want to put it in, and I'm going to scroll down until I see A. And I'm just going to click the download button there. It's going to start downloading here in the bottom left-hand corner. This will take a second, or a minute, about 49 seconds. So while you're waiting for this, go ahead and take a sip of your coffee, because you have coffee, of course. Yeah, that's good stuff. Mercer's Ethiopian. Really good. I definitely recommend it if you haven't tried it. About 30 more seconds left of time that I need to kill. I'm wearing a jean jacket with some rips in it, and some jeans with some rips in it. Hello, Ethan.
Hello.
I'm waiting for something to download. Hey, would you engage me in a some sort of complex diatribe about theology?
As tempting as that sounds.
Okay, so we finished our Bulletproof download. Ethan's been saved. We're gonna click on that. It's gonna extract. It's gonna pull it open. All right, and then we have the folder here, Bulletproof. Maybe I don't know if you can really see everything. Hopefully you can. I may have to do some editing of this video in post, but we open the folder, and then we're going to get an ALS file, and that's what we're going to start with. So I'll open that. Ableton will open it. And here's all the tracks. Sometimes it'll take a second for them to fully load and open. All of the stuff that we're going to need is here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start by right-clicking in here and inserting a MIDI track. I'm going to rename this MIDI track Markers, and I'm going to drag it up here underneath the stock click track. And I'm also going to mute this because we're not going to use the stock click track. I'm going to change the color of the Markers track to gray, flip back over to session view, and then double click right there to create a blank MIDI clip. Then I'm going to click and hold that and then press tab to come back over to arrangement view, and then I'm going to drag that into the track that I just created Markers here in arrangement view, and I want to drag it here so that it fills up the entire song length. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on each of these sections. See, it comes when you buy these from multi-tracks, they come with markers in arrangement view that tell you the different points in the song. And basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to open this so I can click on. I'm just going to cut this MIDI clip into sections and then name the sections on based upon what part of the song it's in. So here's the first one, pressing Command E to cut, Command R to rename, and this is the count in. Let's see. I'm not sure actually if I don't know what happens when I press
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
So that might be good or not. I'm not sure if you can hear that, but I'm going to turn the default Ableton click on here.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Get a 2-bar count in.
4. Intro.
All right, so that's all just intro. So I cut it here at the before we go to the second verse. I'm gonna hit Command E. Oh, I'm clicking the wrong thing. There we go. Command E. This is the intro, and so on. So I'm gonna go through to each section. So this is view 1, and do the same thing. chorus 1, PC 1. There's a little vamp apparently before we hit the chorus. C1, V2. And then Command E to cut the clip, Command R to rename. This is going to be pre-chorus 2. Vamp 2. C2. And I'm clicking like on the lines that are here in the project originally. All right, so there's bridge 1, bridge 2. Here's the third chorus. Fourth chorus, it's shorter. Then we've got 2 more bridges. So it looks like I'm just going to put this all in one section and call it bridge 3. It's basically 2 whole bridges, and then we have the ending. The reason I do this is because it's really easy to, what we're going to do is, the next thing we need to do is we need to take these tracks and cut them up into clips that are for each section of the song. And it's really easy if I just like select this, that selects that part of the timeline, and I'm going to hit a key command that takes just the audio that exists in the section that I have selected and exports it to a new clip over here in session view. And you'll see what I mean when I hit this key command. These boxes are going to start populating with sections of the song. Man, I love Ethan very much. Okay.
I'm in intense trade negotiations with Brother Buyer.
Fantasy football is our life around here. So what I'm gonna do now is, well, I'm gonna take a look at all of the tracks, and what I'm looking for is waveforms. And what I want to do is kind of boost. I'm gonna select all these clips and boost them sort of so that the waveforms are a little hotter. What happens when I cut this up is it exports, and I lose a little bit of clip gain for some reason when I do this. So what I do is I boost the clip gain here before I cut it up, and that way it's more normalized after I cut it up. I hope that makes sense. So I'm just selecting the first one, holding shift, selecting the last one to select all the clips. I'm going to go over here to the gain fader and just kind of slide this up, to the left. Don't take it back now, y'all. So you see, like those waveforms all increase. Now I don't want anything to clip, and so I'll look at this and I'll see that okay, it's not clipping. I just increase the volume of it overall, and with the guide track in particular, I'm gonna boost it up. Click on it, and then I'm looking at the waveform, and I'm just making sure that it's right on the edge of clipping. So now that I've done all that, I'm gonna collapse these again, and then I'm gonna start my cutting. So the key command for this is Option Command N. And you see it's consolidated. There's intro. So over here you see it's spit out a couple of new rows, and literally all this is just the contents of that specific section of time that I selected. So I'll continue. Verse 1 is next. I'm just hitting Option Command N, selecting each part of the song. And Option Command N. I think you can also click the site and then go to Create, and then Consolidate Time to New Scene is what we're doing here on Create. I'm just hitting the, did I do that? No, okay. Bridge 1 is next. Option Command N. Bridge 2. Gotta continue here. Chorus 3 is next. That last long bridge, and then the ending. All right, so here's the whole song spit out into each individual section, and I have some extra empty scenes I'm going to delete here. And it's basically just generating an analysis file for each of these. That's why it's like, it's like loading all. I basically just copied a bunch of new samples into the project, so I'll just give it a second to finish this. And that's pretty much it for this part of for this project. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to File, and I want to save the live set as. I'm going to go to my Seagate drive. I'm going to go to Multitrack's new session view. It has a bunch of folders, a folder for every song. I'm going to make a new folder for Bulletproof, and I'm going to call this Bulletproof Arrangement. And that's all I need to know, because I'm actually going to make another project file for this song that's set up to work with our template for weekend songs. So I'm just going to call this Bulletproof Arrangement. That's all I need to know. I'm going to put it in the folder called Bulletproof. So you see it's renamed. And now what I need to do is I need to go to File, and I need to Collect All and Save. And I'm going to hit Yes. Okay. So now it's going to actually copy the files from, I hit Save As, right? So I created a whole new project file. And so what I need to do now is I need to take the files and copy them into my new project file. So I can delete the original file that I downloaded. Once it's done copying all of these files, that is. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm going to hit Command Q to exit Ableton. I'm going to close this. I'm going to minimize this. And what I don't want to open the trash. But I can go to my downloads now, and I can select those two files that I downloaded, and I can actually delete those. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to open back up Ableton here. All right, and it's going to just open up the default set list. What I need to do is I need to go to Ableton Templates here on the left. I need to expand this one, the Session View template. I need to open up Advanced Session View DC3 10. I called it X because I thought that naming it like Apple name stuff would be cool and trendy. It means 10, not X. Also, it's the iPhone 10 and 10s, not X. And if you say X, then you're worse than people who say Reese's. All right, so what I need to do now is I need to go to the new Session View folder that has all those songs. You see Bulletproof is there. I'm going to drop that open, and I'm going to open that. All right, and so now we've got a few folders here that we can see. What we're looking for is the arrangement ALS file, and we're going to expand that as well. Here we have all of the tracks that we split up, and then you're going to see that that's going to coincide with the tracks that I have here in this template. This looks like what you're used to probably seeing, on my weekend files that I produce. So we've got the track for click here, the track for markers. So I'm going to take the markers here, and I'm just going to drag it in. And you see it actually dragged in all of them. It's pretty convenient. I'm going to expand the cues folder and drag in guide, just like that. Next is background vocals, so I'll find the background vocals and the choir. I can actually select both of them and drag them over just like that. Guitars, let's see, bass. There's just one electric guitar. I think that's it. Over to keys, we have a keys 1, so I'm going to put that here in keys 1. We've got an organ track. We also have a horns, which I'm actually going to put in strings. I have a track for strings, but not horns, so I'll put that there. I think that's it for those things. The green keys ones is for like anything that's not guitars or background vocals or drums / percussion. There's no synth bass on this song. Over here is the percussion track, so I'm going to throw the drums in here. I'm going to throw the loop in. If I can grab the loop, synth effects, can go on percussion. I'm assuming that this synth effects channel is not melodic. It's just like kind of like synthy, etc. sounds. If it is melodic, then if it has tones like a key, then I'll take this and put it into the keys tracks. But I'm assuming, I didn't listen to, but I'm assuming that it is. I'll have to go and listen to it afterwards. This red one is literally for your like percussion instruments, stuff that doesn't have tonality, or really perceptible tonality anyway. Okay, so I think that's it. I don't drag over the click track because I use this template has a built-in MIDI instrument on the click track that generates a click for me. And to get to that, I need to go back to that Ableton templates folder, and then I have this session view template thing. I need to open the builder and then click. And here you can see that I've got all these clicks and different time signatures. These are just MIDI clips. I'm just going to drag the 441 in because that's where we're at to the click here, and then I'm going to duplicate this all the way down. Over here, I'm going to type in bulletproof, and it was 115 BPM, I believe. 4/4 is the time signature. And then I'm going to go down this list here. I'll turn all these to be white so they're pretty, and then I'm going to name each section of the song here, name these scenes. So intro, I'm hitting tab to go down, V1, PC1, vamp. Then we have C1, V2, PC2, vamp 2, C2, and so on. I mistyped that. C4, B3, and end. All right, so now that everything's named, what I want to do is I want to go through, I want to look at the waveforms of all of these clips that I dragged in, and I want to see if there's any that I can delete. So like this one, this first background, there's nothing in the background vocals during the count-in, so I can just delete those two. And I'm doing this to save space. So there's something there. There's a little bit of a trail on this next clip. I'm using the arrow keys to go up and down. So I'll keep that. There's something there. Looks like there's nothing this, so I could delete that one. I'll delete that one. Okay, there's definitely some stuff in this one. This one looks like it might have nothing, so I'll delete it. There's a little bit something there, nothing there, something there. All right, that's it for background vocals. I'll go to the guitars, and I'm actually going to disable bass because we usually have a bass player. I do that by selecting those tracks and hitting 0, but I'm still going to go through and delete blank ones. So there's pretty much bass in every single one of these, except for the last one. All right, over to E1. Nothing in the last one. Something. Oh, there was a blank one there. There's like a little bit of like the trail of something starting over there, so I'll leave it. Continuing up, there's nothing in the first one, so I'll delete that one. Moving on, organ. Nothing in the first one, nothing in the second one, third one. A little bit of something here starting in the fourth. Here we go. All the way down. And it looks like there's nothing on the last one, so I'll delete it. Nothing in keys. That one looks to be blank to me. I'm just deleting any of them that look like they're just nothing, like silence. If there's nothing being played, then I delete the track, and it just... oh, I forgot about horns. And it just saves space. Makes the projects not as big. Horns, probably delete most of these because it's just... I'm pretty sure that the horns are only played like at the end. Yeah. There's literally one clip that I need for the horns. So I just, instead of like putting 10 or 12 blank audio clips, I just have the one that I need. That saved a lot of space. Over here to drums, I'm going to turn the drums off as well. Same thing I did with bass because we're going to have a drummer. Nothing there the first one. I'll just continue on. Blah, 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 blah. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Synth effects. Okay. So now that that's done, what I need to do is I need to go and add the MIDI clips that control what part of the song we go to next. So that's in the control tab here, and the track is called next. What we're going to do is we're going to, in that same builder subfolder, we're going to go to the next tab here, And you see 1 bar, 2 bar, through all the way through like 32 bars you can do in 4/4, and I have other time signatures too. What we need to do now is we need to go to each section, and I'm going to click on the markers again to see which length of time we need. So like I can see, I click on and over here in the information, it tells me that the length is 2 whole bars. So I need to use a 2 bar next. I'm going to drag that clip over to the next. And I'm going to continue that for the rest of the song. So the intro is 8 bars, so I'll use the 8 bar next. Verse 1, 8 bars. Pre-chorus is 4 bars. I think the vamp is just two bars, okay. Chorus is a whole 16 bars, so we'll go over here. 8 bars. This is pretty normal. You know, most songs are divided in multiples of 4. So it's either 4, 8, or 16 bars usually. There's a couple of parts in this song that are just 2. But this is pretty typical. 8. Ooh, this one's only 12 bars. 4. And then 16. The ending is just 1 bar. All right, when I drag these in, it always for some reason resets the MIDI settings for these. What we need to do is, once these are all in, go down here to the MIDI to and from, and we're going to go to the MIDI to. We're going to choose the IAC driver, Ableton Control, and then we're going to choose channel 16. All right, so once that's all set, what we should be able to do is just click on this, and it should go through the song.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
And then I'll actually listen through the whole song and see if there's anything that needs to be adjusted. I'm also looking at the volume levels here to see. I mean, I want them to be at, you know, about 0, give or take. Let me double check something.
Intro.
I'm listening for the synth effects to see if they're melodic. No, see, it's just swishing sound. I'll go back to the continue along with the verse. Dodging arrows from my past, I had no hope for tomorrow.
Pre-chorus.
Jeff, what do you think about guitar stuff?
Vamp.
Unfortunately, all the guitar stuff is on one track.
Oh.
So I'm gonna have to go without it.
That's fine.
And you have to like kind of listen through. Usually songs will be broken out into like multiple tracks of electric guitar, but this Bulletproof song just has one track that has like 4 or 5 guitar things layered on it. So like you can make a judgment call about if you want to use it or not. I'll turn it off for now. You're using all of it, yeah. So I think that's because this is more of like a special, like artisty kind of song.
Yeah.
Most worship songs, you know, the reason I have 7 electric guitar tracks is because, you know, on especially like Hillsong United or not, yeah, Hillsong United or like Hillsong Young and Free songs, they'll have like 8 keys tracks, and they'll have every single thing that's happening separated in another track, and that's helpful. But this is like the opposite of that, where it's like all or nothing. I'm gonna continue. Not afraid. The world may say, oh, what they do, I am bulletproof.
Verse. Breakdown. Drums in.
Background
Pre-chorus.
vocals are kind of important on this one. All the extra like vocal stuff that's going on.
Vamp.
Gonna shoot me down, 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 down. Now I'm.
Bridge. Breakdown.
Hey, hey, hey.
Bridge.
Don't have to feel no more.
Chorus.
No
Full
more.
band. Breakdown. Chorus. Full band. Bridge. 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 Ending.
Okay, so that's the whole thing. What I need to do now is I need to go to File, and I'm going to do Save As again. And I'm going to go back to that same folder that I saved Bulletproof in before on the Seagate drive, New Session View. I'm going to go to Bulletproof, and this time I'm going to call it Bulletproof, and I'm going to put 115. I'm going to put the key A, and then I'm going to put Session. So that you know, hey, this is the one that we want to drag into our main template that we're gonna for the weekend that we're gonna get to here in a second. So I'll save that, and I'm gonna I'll do the same thing here, where I'm going to collect all and save. And this is gonna take less time because I deleted all those clips that we didn't need. Man, this video is going to be like over 30 minutes.
Oh, cool. I think the one Josh put out's 20, 25 minutes.
Is it? So this is this is going to be interesting because Jeff is in the room while I'm recording a video for Jeff.
Oh, you're just recording all the audio too?
Yeah.
I thought you were turning it off for that.
No, this whole thing, it's going to be in. I'm not going to edit this video. Are you kidding me? So what's going to happen next is we've saved that. We've saved all the files into. Now I'm going to go back and open up that session view DC3 10X whatever again. And now what I need to do is I'm going to open up the new session view thing. I'm going to open the Bulletproof folder. Well, actually, no. I'm going to do the first song this weekend. We've now advanced to the point where, because I think all the other songs are done, where I can start building the weekend's set list. So all of the songs I keep in this folder. What I need to do is I need to go and find Relentless, which is the first song this weekend. Relentless, Relentless. It is alphabetized. Relentless. There you go. C project. All right. So this ALS file, I'm going to take this file, like without, this whole file itself, I'm going to click and drag it over over to the master track. So if I try to do anything here, it's going to get all messed up. I need to hover my mouse over the master track section here and drag it. That way it'll import everything like how it's supposed to be, nice and pretty. I'm going to delete this first one. All right, next is Who You Say I Am. I don't think we use tracks on Who You Say I Am. No.
You're welcome.
I don't have a...
Now that I know it's just for Jeff, I'm not really that concerned.
Well, it's for Jeff and Noah.
Oh.
And also,
Doubly unconcerned.
I'm also going to sell this on Loop Community, so...
None of the jokes will matter.
A+ thumbs up. No, my Reese's joke will be funny.
Did you say Reese's?
Oh my gosh. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take these scenes.
For saying that properly.
Listen, it's Reese's, okay? It's just Reese's.
You just said Reese's.
I know, because it's wrong. Listen, okay? The joke is, I'll remake this joke, okay? If you've watched this video, you know this joke already, but I'll remake it because Ethan wasn't paying attention to me at the time of the filming, okay? This version of Ableton is Ableton 10, all right? So I thought I would be cheeky and name my template project Advanced Session View DC3 X because of Apple, right? With the iPhone X, but it's actually the iPhone 10, and everyone who says iPhone X is wrong, all right? So people who say iPhone X are just as wrong as people who say Reese's because it's the iPhone 10, it's Reese's, it's Reese's Pieces, it rhymes. Well, exposition is a key to a detailed story. All right, so after being deflated by Ethan, I'm going to go ahead and finish this project. I've made a new scene by hitting Command-I.
You're just going to skip through this, you know.
You better not skip through this. Dear viewer, if you skip through this, I'm going to be very upset. All right, Command-R to rename. I'm going to say Who You Say I Am. Well, next time you make this video, Ethan, the beats per minute of Who You Say I Am is escaping me, so I'm going to cheat and go back into Planning Center. I'm going to open up Planning Center. If you're ever unsure what the beats per minute of a song that we're going to do is, you can go ahead and hop on there and find it. I'm going to go to this weekend's plan, September 29th. Who You Say I Am is 86 beats per minute, and we're in 6/8, so that's good to know. 86 beats per minute, BPM, and I'm going to type in 6/8. Next is Good Good Father, also cheekily in 6/8. But I didn't even look at the beats per minute when I was over there looking at it. It's Good Good Father, 72 beats per minute. So Good Good Father, 72 beats per minute in 6/8. I'm going to take these. I'm going to select them both. I'm going to turn them red so that you know that they're the key, the ones you need to click to fire songs. All right, back to Ableton templates, back to the builder. I'm going to open the click again, and I need to go and find the 6/8. No, they're actually up here. Here's 6/8 and 6/8 with a count in. Can I drag these into? No. All right, so 6/8 with a count in for both of these songs, and those are going to be done there. All right, now I can drag in Bulletproof. So back to the new session view folder, up to Bulletproof. And we want the session project, and the tempo, and the key information, the ALS file, take and drag, pop it into there. Okay. That is the whole weekend, except for what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert here at the end of Relentless. I'm going to insert a scene. I'm going to call it Welcome Groove. And I'm going to keep it at the same tempo. 125 beats per minute and 4/4, but this time I'm going to go back to the templates folder and into the builder. I'm going to insert a click with a count in, and I'm going to turn this one purple because I think it's cool.
Well, why do this video is so long? All these miscellaneous trivialities.
Yeah, I mean, you can choose a different color, but then it won't be as cool.
I feel sorry for whoever has to watch all 34 minutes of this video.
Wow, that's actually incredibly accurate. 34 minutes and 23 seconds so far. All right, but in 34 minutes, we have taken a song that was totally unorganized. We downloaded Bulletproof from Multitracks. We organized it for our template. We've imported it and all the other songs for the weekend into our template, and we're now ready to do the same save as and collect all routine that we've done for the for twice before. And once that's done, all we have to do is slam it onto a flash drive, and we done, baby.
So, question: will viewing this 34-minute video allow the people who watch this 34-minute video to do something similar to this in future weeks in under 34 minutes?
I hope so.
Oh yeah. Then it's worth it. Yeah. Absolutely.
Because not every week are you going to have to take a song and do it from scratch like I just did. But I just included this in the video tutorial so that I don't have to have two separate videos. And they can skip all the fluff if they want, okay? But it's like an unbox therapy video where you're there for the fluff, okay?
I don't watch those videos.
You're there for the memes.
Never watch unbox videos.
You're there for it's just the channel Unbox Therapy, not unboxing videos in general. Just the guy, okay? If you've seen Unbox Therapy, you know what I'm talking about.
I haven't.
All right.
Can you make me a video explaining why I should watch unbox therapy?
Oh man. Guys, I'm trying really hard to be a good host, but Ethan's over here taking a poo.
You should have just given me a microphone.
I should have.
And we could have turned it into a...
In Unbox Therapy,
Yeah, exactly.
the main host has a sidekick that's sitting off out of the frame with a microphone.
Perfect. I just subconsciously recreated his...
You've seen his
I
videos.
haven't. I swear to you, I've never seen an unbox therapy video. Never. I'm just innately hilarious.
He literally has so he's got the product on the table in front of him and he's talking about it. And he's got his Asian sidekick over there off on the side with a microphone looking up stuff about the product and throwing in the occasional quip.
Wonderful.
It's a great formula.
We should just make all of our tutorial videos.
This basically is exactly what we've done with this tutorial video.
Except no one can hear me.
No, they can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Sort of. I have the gain pretty hot. Okay, we're going to finish this video. 36 minutes and 41 seconds, all right? You've got the whole project done. You're going to go to File. You're going to go to Save Live Set As. You're going to save it to that Seagate drive again, but this time in a different folder called DC3 Weekend Ableton Files here. We name it the date of the week, which is of the weekend, which is the 29th, right? And we hit Save. Once it's done saving, we do the same thing. We're going to hit Collect All and Save again. It's going to copy all of the files. Now, this will take a little while because we have files from the other songs, right? Relentless, it has to copy all those files. So this is going to take a moment. The project itself is probably going to be like 2 to 3 gigabytes worth of audio files. But if I didn't go through and do that process that we did with Bulletproof and delete all of the ones that we're not using, it would be like 5 gigabytes or 6 gigabytes, which is just unnecessary.
The size of this project is too damn high.
He's in awe of the size of this lad. This project is an absolute unit.
So if we were ever to do this again, we would have to talk really slowly, so that if they speed it up to try and make it go faster, it doesn't know the speed.
Why don't you just talk at the speed that they can want to listen to it in the beginning, in the first place, which is what I've done.
Because I think it would be more fun if we did it slowly.
Why necessitate? Why talk so slow that you literally force people to listen to your video on 1.5 speed?
Because they're gonna do that anyway.
That's bad.
They're gonna do that anyway.
No, they'll listen to a 1 1/4, maybe. Mercer's coffee is really good. This is the second endorsement
I had Starbucks.
that I've given to Mercer's in this video. I want sponsorship money, and I want it now. Okay, now that this project is done, exporting it saved, I'm going to Command Q, quit live.
Do like a seamless ad transition.
Yeah. And as I'm plugging in my flash drive, you can endure this belabored segue to our sponsor, Mercer's Coffee. Make sure you flip your USB flash drive at least 3 times so that it goes in.
The USB ritual.
All right, USB stick, friend. Where are you? Where are you? Did it not go in? No. Did this one get washed in the washer one too many times? There it is, Ricky's yellow drive. All right. So now that we have that, I'm using like tabs and Finder to do this, but I mean you can do whatever you want. Seagate, Weekend Ableton Files. I'm going to take that project. Let's see how big it ended up being. 2 gigabytes. Nice estimate. I'm going to take and drag that over to the yellow drive.
Okay. Yep, sure.
It's copying. And once this is done, you guys are done. You just take the flash drive out, take it downstairs to the computer, do the setup, change the outputs on those buses that I have set up, make sure that you map your MIDI controller, and you're done. Now, I am pretty dang happy with myself for finishing this whole video in less than 45 minutes. I honestly thought that it was going to take me like an hour, but I did it in 39. We're at 40 minutes and 3 seconds, even with Ethan's canoodling. Now he's not listening to me anymore.
Yes, I am. I'm just ignoring you because I don't want the video to be any longer than it needs to be.
And I'm not even going to edit out the amount of time that it took for things to download and for stuff to save and copy. And
How selfless it is.
what a low production value this video is, but a high educational value. A high educational value, a high comedic value, I hope.
2 of our viewers.
I hope that you have thoroughly enjoyed learning how to do Ableton, how I do Ableton. In about 6 months, Ableton will probably introduce a new version of the software that will totally bork this whole method, in which case, good luck to you. But for now,
We'll be able to record with 2 microphones.
yeah, and then we'll remake this video with 2 microphones. Oh my gosh. It doesn't usually take this long to copy, so I apologize for that. I'm literally going to let this this go all the way. I want to see this finish. 5 seconds.
Going for speed.
All right, guys. There you go. 929 project on there. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I really hope this wasn't too cringy and you're able to endure it. I appreciate it. I will see you when I see you. Peace.